Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope 2017 started off well for you. It certainly did for me and my family. 2016 was very pleasant. I had a lot of revelations and I started out on several new journeys and it's been extremely rewarding. Very much looking forward to 2017 and what it has to offer for me. So being this time of the year, everybody's talking about resolutions and everybody's writing down resolutions. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm learning to live more on the fly. I'm learning to live more as power of the moment, really, moment by moment, so to speak. And then it becomes really hard to set resolutions because as things stand, I sometimes wonder what 2017 is going to be. I had resolutions for 2016 and my life ended up very differently from what I had thought it would. And just because I was open to adventure, I was open to trying out new things, I ended up experiencing a totally different set of goals than those I had set for myself. So now 2017 swinging around, I'm thinking, I don't want to set traditional goals as everybody does. I actually want to work with something different that I will call process goals. So we lay a lot of emphasis on achieving goals, setting them and achieving them. And the more I think about it, even just applying it to my personal life, I do see a flaw in that kind of thinking, especially when you're trying to live in the moment, when you're trying to be more open for what life might have in store for you. So I've decided that for myself, what will work is what I call a process goal, which means I'm not necessarily aiming for a particular target as much as I'm aiming towards a general direction. In order to follow this process journey, there's I think 3 things that you need to consider. And the first one is that life is a journey. Life is a journey in the sense that you don't start out where you finish off. You just stay open to the journey and you actually see what unfolds. You cannot be rigid about anything because if you're open to the journey and you're open to discovering what life might have in store for you, you have to just kind of be easygoing and let it go and go with the flow and see what that offers. That would be the first consideration, to see if process goals are what might work best for you. And the second consideration is to know that goals are actually momentary. They're not set in stone. A goal is something you hope to achieve, but circumstances might come in and shift it for you. Circumstances beyond your control might actually dictate different terms and you might have to rethink your goals and restructure them and go a different direction. And the third requirement is the realization that we are not static as people. We're not static. Our hopes change, our dreams change, that which we hope to accomplish changes, and we should be able to adapt to that. Goals are set to serve us and not the other way around. Don't hold yourself to a rigid goal even when your own perception has changed and your interests have changed and you prefer to go a different direction. So with those 3 things in mind, it actually allows you to set a process goal, and that would involve 3 steps. The first step would require having a general idea of the direction you'd like your life to take. Now, when I say a general idea, I mean just that, a general idea. Try to relax in your life, to not be too rigid about where you want your life to go. Have a plan just so you're not completely clueless, but let it be a general plan, a general direction that this is where I'd like to head for 2017 and this is what I'd like to accomplish for 2017. So keep an open mind about that. And the second point is to remain flexible and to adapt to change. So once you decide I'd like my life to go this general direction, don't be so rigid about it because that might change as well. Just try and be relaxed, be open, be sensitive, have your ear to the ground, listen to the cues and clues that are going about in your life, listen to the people that matter to you, your mentors, listen to yourself, listen to your heart, and then just be flexible about changing that general direction that you've decided for yourself. It's quite unlikely it's going to be a total turnaround, a 180, most likely not. It's just going to be a little bit of a tweak to the left and to the right, and that's fine too, just as long as you stay on course and you remain true to yourself. The third step would be to monitor the ongoing goals. Once you set goals, it doesn't mean a thing if you're not paying attention to the goals you've set and to actually kind of be able to monitor that you are in that general vicinity of what you're aiming for. Because without that, you end up running around like a headless chicken, and then you actually end up accomplishing nothing. So you must be conscious of the fact that every goal you set, whether it be a process goal or a definite goal, needs to be measured in some sort of way. So keep your hand on the pulse of that general direction you're going towards. Be able to measure it, be able to sense if you're getting off track. Be able to sense when you're actually feeling directionless and you're not sure which angle to really focus on. Just keep an eye on that so that you can be able to regroup, reassess, and relaunch without wasting too much time. So with the new year in progress, I'm in the process of writing my process goals. I do know that I probably would want to travel a bit more. If that will come to be or not, I am yet to see. I would like to pursue a few more creative passions. I would like to indulge in the creative side of my brain, the right side. I've spent my whole life focusing on the left brain, and as a result, my right brain is completely starved. Yet I am a very vibrant person, very colorful, very cheerful. I love life, and here's my chance to live it to the fullest. So my process goals this year actually involve indulging my creative side and just trying to live my life to its fullest. We're the lucky ones that 2017 we're still here. I am very cognizant of that. I think about life and death quite a bit, so I don't take anything for granted. And for me, every time I write in my journal, I'm actually cognizant of the fact that this is 2017 and I'm one of the lucky ones that gets to write that down because I still have life in me. So I just want to urge us all that this year shouldn't go to waste. Be kind to yourselves. We all start out with great expectations, but some of us falter quite early, some of us much later. Either way, we all falter somehow. Be forgiving to yourself, be kind to yourself, take it one day at a time, get yourself back up, get back in line and just keep going. Remember, goals are not static. Remember, they're just momentary. We are not static as people. Our hopes, our dreams, our desires change, and we should be able to adapt to that because the main goal is to be true to who we really are, to be true to ourselves, and to live our own very lives to our fullest capacity instead of adhering to some goal that has since changed, that doesn't mean as much to us as it did before, just because our perspective has shifted one way or the other. And so with that, I bid you adieu. I wish you an amazing 2017. I hope that all your dreams come true and that everything you desire you bring to pass in your life this year. So thank you so much for watching. This is GreyDynasty. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so very much. Bye bye.
Like a small boat on the ocean.